The Syracuse Board of Zoning Appeals meeting of January 5th, 2023 is now in session. The first order of business is to approve the minutes of the December 8th, 2022 meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Okay.
Okay. Karen, have a second. Any modifications or discussion? Okay. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
No opposition, no abstentions. The minutes are officially adopted. There are no resolutions to approve. So we'll move on to our hearing. The board will now conduct the public hearing on today's agenda. The way we do it here is that the applicant or the applicant's representative will state the reasons for the requested variance and present any material or documentation which is to be considered regarding the proposal. Next, persons wishing to speak in favor of the proposal will be given the opportunity to address the board. Then persons who wish to speak in opposition will be allowed to address the board. Finally, the applicant or a representative will be given the option to make any closing arguments or comments to the board. Following the public hearings this afternoon, the board may make a decision on each application heard. The board may also decide to hold its decision until the next public hearing. If the hearing is closed, no additional information will be allowed into the record except for information that the board may request. That information will be available for public review at the zoning office in City Hall Commons. Staff will now introduce our application.
Good afternoon. Our first application is V-22-23, an area variance request to waive required parking yards and lot coverage at 440 to 446 James Street. The request is to increase the number of dwelling units from 6 to 11. The owner applicant is Radha Krishna Corporation. The zoning district is Office Class B.
The applicant here? Go ahead. Please, anybody who steps up to the microphone, please state your name and address first.
Sure. James Snittle, In Architects, 239 East Water Street. I'm here representing Raj Patel, who's owner of the property. We've been working with him to take a vacant first floor of the building, existing building, and add some additional housing. He has 6 units on the second floor. There's a need for some more housing in that area. So we've been working with the city. Building permits and are ready to go. We're just waiting on zoning and just so we can move this forward. The building will exit out of the back for a couple of units, and we're providing a new sidewalk around the building. The owner owns 3 parcels, the hotel, the building, and the empty lot. An easement has been filed with the clerk for allow permanent easement through that, for that sidewalk. Even though it's their property, it's a different lot, so there is an easement for exiting purposes. Anybody is familiar, this was a restaurant. It was a favorite of some of the city officials back in the 70s and 80s. It's been mostly vacant for probably a good 25 years now, 30 plus years. Attempts have been made to find other users for it, but nothing has really panned out. So this is really the best use for the project. The use is an approved use. Like I said, the permits are almost ready. And we're here simply for an area variance because the existing building is approximately 55% of the lot, and zoning allows for 40% for the building. So we're not changing the footprint of the building. We're not changing the lot. We're just here for what should be a simple variance for the area.
Okay, so we're talking about the Clarion Hypo. That's the sign on the, right?
That's on a different lot, the hotel.
The hotel?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking
No, we're talking about the 2-story building that's attached immediately to the west of the hotel. Here.
But it's connected though.
No, it's 6 inches. It's about 6 inches apart.
Okay, then fine. I was looking at I went over there. I remember the Clarion.
So this is the hotel property. So they own 1, 2, 3 properties. This is the hotel. There is a very, very slight gap between the two. This is a 2-story building with a basement. That was a restaurant. There is currently housing on the 2nd floor. We're proposing housing provided an easement. We'll provide a sidewalk, and we filed an easement. There's 2 units that will let around that, permanent access to.
What about that grass?
This is the empty lot.
What did he say about the grass?
There is an empty lot.
It's
Oh, it's an empty lot.
Yeah.
And at one point, it was all combined. Is that correct or not?
At one point, it was one combined property.
Yeah.
This is the building. This is the hotel right here. And this is the empty lot. This is the Snowden property right here.
Okay.
Maybe, and one more.
So, yeah, to explain to us.
This is the lot, is that the lot, because it's the lot, or is that the building?
This is J Street. This is the hotel.
So this must be the property
Yeah,
we're talking about.
that's-
Yeah.
This is the empty lot.
Yeah, that.
This is the Snowden building.
Yep. So basically, they're putting 2,
Put apartments on the
4
first floor.
apartments on the first floor. So, yes, go back and ask.
Let me get back to the mic.
Yeah, right.
So you're proposing 4 apartments on the first floor, basically?
5, actually.
5.
Yep. 3 of them exit to the sidewalk, 2 in the back will exit out through this easement on the adjacent property.
And you are keeping the apartments that were upstairs?
Yes, they're staying, yep.
So how is it going from 6 to 11?
5 more. On the ground floor, we're putting 5,
Where the restaurant was, you're making?
where the restaurant was.
And this building has been just sitting there for...
Just been sitting there for the longest time now, yeah. And there is a full basement as well, so we do have some storage down there. One of the comments from city transportation, the common comment is bike rack. We've indicated that we will put a bike rack in the back of the building, but we also have basement storage for anybody that might need that as well.
Didn't they make a comment about your sidewalk design needing to be wider?
The existing sidewalks out front, I think there may have been a couple discrepancies in our plan that we took off of a survey. We've corrected that on this latest plan. We're not changing anything on the sidewalk from the building to James Street. Nothing is changing there.
What will be, so there will be 11 apartments for rent?
Yes.
Are these market rate apartments? Are they low-income apartments?
I mean, right
No, you come
on up and
introduce yourself, please, and your address.
Viraj Patel, 454 James Street, Syracuse, New York. So right now we've got, I think, 1 2-bedroom apartment at the location. We've got 2 1-bedroom apartments and 3 studios. So the 2-bedroom is about $900, including utilities and semi-furnished, and the 1-bedroom apartment is about $750 per month. Same way, furnished, utilities, and the studios go for $650 or $700.
Is anything rented right now?
Yeah, five are occupied. 5 of the 6 are. Yeah.
What is the situation with parking? You don't offer any parking spaces?
There's parking space in the back. So back of that building, there's parking there, and most of the tenants don't have cars. But yeah, if there is a need for parking, there's parking in the back.
Other questions?
Did you say you lived at 454 James?
That's the hotel address, but do you want my residence? I can give you that.
Sure, yeah. And my other question, based on what I'm looking at from the aerial photo, on that other side of the lot, the right side, my right side anyway, that's your parking lot? Is that true? Right in here? Because I know this is your building here, correct?
Yes.
And is it your park
This
town?
is the hotel parking, and there's some parking that belongs to the hotel lot.
Lisa, is that
So when
legal?
you have this building here,
Yes.
will they be allowed to park over here or no?
They can make an arrangement if they have a car, your tenants. Yeah, that's fine.
And this is the hotel, and you live in the hotel, right?
No, I live in Manlius.
Oh, Manlius, okay. All right, it's just the property. Okay, very good.
So again, now that grass area, is that you own that or someone else does?
Yeah, we own that. That's not part of this development, though. We're not planning on making any changes to that area. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's that temporary fence there, that'll have to be
We'll remove that, yeah.
removed for the sidewalk,
So-
or at least pushed back.
Yeah.
It says in my report here, 11 spaces required and 0 existing. So Lisa, are those spaces legal spaces that they're referring to?
Well, the spaces in back were on a different property, and they didn't officially designate those as those places, they didn't offer up a lease or some kind of official. But if they are saying they're gonna use those, you know, that's information you could take in, but it's not an official arrangement of some sort.
How many spaces are back there?
8.
Okay.
It's about eight spaces possibly.
So, Mr. Patel could certainly provide a letter.
Microphone, please.
Mr. Patel could certainly provide a letter stating that those parking spaces can be made available to the tenants.
And the
And
existing
they're
tenants
certainly
don't have
they're within the 500-foot allowed for
Got it.
off-site parking, so.
Your current tenants?
There are 2 tenants that have cars and they do park in the back.
Okay, fine. Other questions?
That's the question I had, Stu. So only 2 tenants have it, and they could just park in the back, and it hasn't been a problem?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Anybody here wish to speak in favor of the application?
Yes, sir, I do. Good afternoon and Happy New Year to everyone. My name is Helen Hudson, and I'm at 333 East Washington Street. And I am here to speak in favor of the Patels. I've been working with them as long as I've been on the council, and I've watched the transformation happen in that area from what it was to what it is now. And I know that they've been working really diligently to try to acquire other property to clean that area up. So I personally applaud them because I know what the area was when they took over the old hotel. And I've watched it. I've watched the wall go up. I've watched the rooms been transformed. And it's a nice spot at this point. So I just want to come in here and speak in favor of this project.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
There's nobody else, but is there anybody else who wants to speak in favor? Anybody want to speak against? Hearing none, we'll close the case. And that's our only case. So I'm going to go to that first and ask for a motion on this.
You go. Oh, that.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Two.
I'm sorry. I make a motion to accept the application and move ahead with the necessary
Need a second.
development.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, so please go through the
Yes.
list there.
Will there be any change to the neighborhood's character? Yes, I think there will be a dramatic improvement, and I think we should definitely support any development that's going to enhance the beauty of our city. And are there alternative solutions available so that the variance is not needed? And the answer to that question is no. I don't see any alternative solutions. And what is the magnitude of variance being requested? We'll be able to house some folks that want to live near the city and downtown, and we're just creating more apartments. And will there be adverse effects on the surrounding neighborhood if this variance is approved? And the answer to that question, of course, is no. If anything, it's going to be an enhancement, and we could keep our eye on that to continue. And as some of the folks who work with these individuals before has stated, that they have done very good work. So I'm thrilled that that is happening. And is this a self-created difficulty? The answer is absolutely no.
Nora, you have anything to add to that?
No, I just reiterate that the magnitude of the variance is not great, and that it is sorry, I lost my train of thought, in that it is just affirming an existing structure that, in its existing footprint, that's been there for decades.
Okay, fine, I'm gonna call the question. All those in favor of approving the variance, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. You're all set. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you.
We have to change a date on our schedule, annual Anlage. I'll just state in advance, either date works for me. Anybody have anything, do we need a motion on that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll make a motion, a rare motion to, I'm gonna pick Wednesday, March 8th, and, you prefer Friday? Well, you never know. You never know.
Friday would be better, but I can do either.
Okay, so that's two that would be better. Anybody else? Friday better? Friday better?
Friday's better for me. But,
I'm flexible.
but if I get outvoted, I'll just try to swing it on that Wednesday.
Okay. You care either way?
Wednesdays are better for me, but not significant.
So there are 5 of us here, but is Friday impossible for you?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to make the motion based on the 3 of our 7 people, actually, that we planned for Friday, and we'll see what the other people say when they're back. To change the meeting, Thursday is the seminar, which I look forward to every year. And, okay, a second, please?
I'll second for
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous. 2, motion to adjourn,
So moved.
second.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Adjourn. That was easy.